How is everyone today? She's a screamer. And so this morning, there was a ruckus going on. I mean, a bad ruckus. They're very high strung. And I recall being in those situations, and probably it would have been nice if maybe there was some person who could pull whomever it was at the time aside and say, hey, it's not that serious. Somebody needs to take a walk, calm down, etc., before, you get to like the fisticuffs. We never want people to get the fisticuffs. And he's just screaming profanities. And what else? He throws like a Jordan sneaker. What else happened? So let's think. Oh, so as I say like, hey, what's going on? Because a few times or whatever, we've had face-to-face, normal, regular conversations.
You're gonna get evicted again.
Chill. What's happening?
What?
What's happening?
What's happening? Do I know you?
Angry, and he's like fussing and carrying on, and then he's like, what was that? And I'm like, is everything okay? Or I'm like, you can calm down or whatever. He's like, do I know you? But then, that was pretty much it. After he tossed the sneaker, or, whatever, then he just got in his car and drove away. So, I don't know, guys. But that's my little tea for the morning. And the reason why it's important to me, well, besides the fact that I'm already, doing my little content creation and telling my stories and what have you. Besides all of that, all hell was breaking loose and I have stuff to do about noon. So, that started earlier this morning. And so, you try to be kind of like forgiving and what have you. But my thing is, I just can't, I'm not going to be interested in being disturbed like late at night, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, they'll get it together. But what I think is happening, if I had to put my 2 cents in, because this is something that happened to me, that parents will use the other parent when they need them or what have you. And then when they no longer need them, like for their benefit, then they just toss them aside. And it could be frustrating for the other parent. Case in point. I remember one time my son's father, who I really, really, really don't get along with at all. It reminds me of the one time that he had to go on a job interview because he was looking for work. So he asks me to watch our son. Obviously, I'm going to come and watch our kid. But the problem was at the time, there was a restraining order, protective order, one of the two. And whenever we would get into it, we'd end up with those papers on each other, protective papers. And so he had asked me, would I watch our son while he goes on this job interview? But then when he came back from so I wasn't supposed to be, obviously, if there's a protective order, I'm not supposed to be at his apartment. Thinking that I'm helping our quote unquote situation, I'm saying? I'm helping our son at least if his father's working. And so I go watch our son. And then when he returns from his interview, for whatever reason, okay, I remember having on a wig that I love so much. It was primarily black, and it had like blue bangs and stuff, or like blue streaks. Kind of like if you thought of a Nicki Minaj wig from like some years ago. Like pink bangs and straight and, with, I think, black. And so mine was similar. The only thing I could tell you is that man got so triggered by that hair I was wearing. He got so triggered by that hair I was wearing that it caused a whole argument between us. And all I remember from that situation is him saying something about like, where do I live? Like, what's my address? Because at the time, I was supposed to be living with him, but because we couldn't get along, I could no longer live with him, right? And also because the restraining order, I couldn't live with him. I live on planet Earth. I'm a human citizen. I live here on planet Earth. And I live, or, I live in my skin. I don't know what I said to the man. But the bottom line is he got, he got so angry, and we got into it, and he calls them, the people, and tells them that I'm there and I'm not supposed to be there. And I don't know why I didn't leave. And just by me saying, oh, well, he asked me, and explaining, oh, he was going on a job interview. He didn't have anyone to watch our son. I'm trying to help out. No, none of them are trying to hear that, because if they tell you, do not go around this person once you have those papers, then guess what, people? You do not go around that person, especially when that person is already, I don't even know what the word is. So, that's a valuable lesson. And, I just wish any people who are, in situations trying to get along with one another, that you guys all work it out. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.